I got hit with another tagged video, this time from JT's Knife Life. You guys have probably seen a lot of the channels already doing this. It's the 5 knives with a twist. I've seen some guys doing it with 2018 as the stipulation, and other guys it looks like they may have gone through their whole collection. To make this as simple as possible for myself, I'm sticking with all the knives that I purchased in 2018. And that's these guys. It doesn't make it simple for me. This is I think somewhere 35 to 40 knives sitting right here just from last year that I purchased. And I've got to pick these 5 knives out of this stack. If you added my whole collection into this bunch, we're talking about 160 knives. That would just make it damn near impossible for me to narrow down. Anyway, to get to it, out of all these guys, the very first one, the Grail knife, that's going to be super easy. Not really. I've got a bunch of Daltons in here that I would consider Grails because they are so difficult to obtain. But there is one in particular that I've been after for a while, and it's this guy right here. This is the Spyderco Citadel. It is discontinued, and it is the satin finish blade. It is not the coated black blade. This thing is brand new in the box, never been used, pristine condition. This would be my Grail from 2018. Now, it's not my all-time Grail. I'm going to post a picture of one of those. My all-time Grail would be something by Van Barrett. Doesn't matter what knife, just as long as it comes from him. They are considered art knives, but man, are they awesome. They've got a steampunk kind of feel. Just spectacular knives. Next up, we're going to go for Performer. The way I view this is probably the best slicing blade that I got in 2018. That would have to be the Higo Nakami friction folder. This thing is a 0 ground blade. I tried to put a convex edge on it. It cuts like a demon. Ridiculously sharp. It's just a fantastic performer. So that's going to take my number 2 spot. Number 3 is a tank. Now I've got several that would fit this category. I've got a Cold Steel Recon 1, a Dalton MTF, Benchmade Rift, G&G Hawk Mud. I've got SOCOM Elites. I've got the Strop Point. I've got the Tanto in here somewhere. I've got the automatic version in here somewhere. Every one of these knives would fit that bill. If I had to narrow it down to just one though, I would probably give it up to the Recon 1. This is just a beastly knife. Super grippy G10. You guys know this. This knife has been around forever. Everyone has talked about it. I got this from Blades Canada. It was an S35 exclusive, non-coated blade. They even did the sharpening notch correctly, although they could have enhanced it a little bit more. You don't have that big wad of metal like Cold Steel is known for. Triad lock is just ridiculous. You've seen them beat on these knives in videos. This would be the number 3 tank spot for 2018 for my collection. Number 4 would be the Shocker. Honestly, the Shocker would be this guy right here. This is a Klein Tool fixed blade lineman knife. It's made out of some sort of mystery steel. This knife right here gets used every day for me at work. I keep it sharp. It doesn't take a lot. It does not like a polished edge, so I keep a toothy edge on it. But this knife for me is my overall performer. When I'm stripping cable, you know, if I can't get a hold of whatever I'm carrying on my person at the time, this is the knife that comes out. I use this for a lot of work that I don't want to use my decent knife for. You know, stripping cable back that has a connector already attached to it, things of that nature, where I know the edge is going to smack into metal. This is the guy that comes out. So that would take my number 4 shocker spot. Number 5, my overall. The way I view this would be my overall most used favorite knife of 2018. And that's going to be difficult. A lot of these knives I got close to the end of 2018, so I didn't get to use them very much. However, the one I used most often out of all this bunch would be my SOCOM Auto. Really, honestly, I didn't use this one that often. I used the custom model version mostly this year, but I got my custom late 2017, so it didn't make this cut. But out of all these knives, this is the one I use most often. I think behind that would probably be my Benchmade Rift Auto. I use this one at work quite a bit as well. Prometheus Design Works, I think I carried this for about 2 weeks, and it's been in a drawer ever since. And that would be said and true for just about most of these blades. I have been carrying the Mud at work, but there's something about that spring that just feels really weak. So I haven't been toting it around as much as I probably should. I don't like how weak the spring is. I've debated contacting the Hawk brothers, or the Hawk father-son duo, whatever, and seeing if they've got an upgrade to that, something stronger, because when I'm working and that thing is weak, I've got a feeling at some point it's going to have a lockup that doesn't engage. Anyway guys, that is my list for the 5 knives with a twist. I'm supposed to tag 3 people, but this tag has been going around for so long, I really don't know who hasn't done it. I'm going to go through my subscription list and try to find 3 guys, and I'm going to put your names at the end of this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, as always, leave them below. I appreciate you watching. Y'all have a good one.